All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back again to the Real Music Observer. This is Dave observing real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. Has anybody else noticed that Arnel Pineda is more or less getting kind of the cold shoulder from everybody in Journey except ex-member Dean Castronovo, who wished him well recently? He's out on tour. This is kind of his first major solo tour, and he, hasn't overbooked, which I think is a smart move. He doesn't want to kill the vocal, and his voice has already, had some issues during the Journey tour, but, from what I can hear, he sounds very good. The material from his solo album, which again nobody's really talking about, is acoustic. It's very melodic. I think that's what I really enjoyed about listening to Arnel's solo album. Definitely, I think, marketed for an adult contemporary audience, which is strange that, no adult contemporary radio stations have picked up the material. I guess this is the state of music today. We're in a very odd time period where you have to be part of a television show, like one of these celebrity panels picks you out of a group and singles you out as the most talented one, whether it be, the old days of American Idol or America's Got Talent, or I know there's a new show that's going to be on Fox not too far in the distant future, I think in about a month or two, from what I remember. And I gotta say, I'm just so underwhelmed by this idea of people with very little talent picking people who will go on and become famous, at least briefly. I mean, the American Idol model has worked to some degree, but where's Taylor Hicks today? Does anybody know? Just saying. I mean, the old way of doing the bar scene, doing the club scene, doing the small venues, working your way up through the ranks and honing your craft, that is all gone. And it's really sad. And Arnel, if you look at his old videos back in the Philippines, this guy paid his dues and did it the old-fashioned way. He worked out almost, he worked hours. Like, he would go out and do a show and it would be hours and hours. A cover band today might go out and do 2 or 3 hours. Arnel used to do them for like 5, 6, 7 hour gigs. And his voice obviously isn't what it used to be, but apparently, the Journey catalog does that to everyone, not just Arnel. I've kind of come to that conclusion to cut the guy some slack. But I'm still kind of amazed that Journey bandmates and most of the music world, the top 40 world, obviously isn't going to touch anything that he does. The adult contemporary world, which again is only a step and a half behind the folks over at Billboard Top 40, they don't really care about Arnel, even though he is the lead vocalist for one of the greatest rock bands ever. Guess it doesn't really matter. So that's my opinion. Just lamenting the fact that poor Arnel seems to get, short shrift, as it were, and he'll be back singing for Journey in 2018, and maybe things will just be great at that point. But I think after 2018, he becomes a solo act, and the whole Journey model gets blown up and redone. I'm still predicting that. We shall see what happens, though. I'm Dave, and this is the Real Music Observer. We'll be back observing more real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me, and we'll do it again soon. Talk to you then.